Hi everyone, I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's me, Glory Train again. Today I want to share with you a dream I had about going to the club. I'll just get down on it immediately. So in this dream, I saw myself rising. I was sleeping. I was pregnant, and I think I must have slept on my back. And I was facing up, and in the process, I must have lost breath, and I think my soul left my body, and I started rising. And I rose and I rose. I saw myself rising in the air, and I could also see other people in the air also rising. They were also moving, they were just moving in the air, just the way it was happening to me. And I could not control my body. I could not control what was happening to me the way I was rising. There's nothing I could control. It's like my body was just automatically just moving. So I went, just moving in the air up until I reached a place whereby it was like a wilderness. There were no houses, something like that. And I saw a field like a football field, and there was a goal post. And I saw everybody, these people that were also flying in the air like me, were going and directly entering the goal post. There was no net on the post. So they were just going through. And so it reached my turn. And unfortunately, fortunately, I couldn't enter. I couldn't even come down so that I enter the post. I just lay up there. My body hung up there, and I could not come down. And there were two people seated on each end of the goalpost. And one of them stood up and said, "It seems she believes." Okay, I've always believed in the Lord since I was a kid. By the time I was having this dream, I was not born again. I was a Catholic, but I've always had so many dreams and visions of Jesus coming, the heavens opening and Jesus coming, that even as I grew up, though I was Catholic, I really, really believed in the Lord. I really believed in Jesus. So that man said, "She believes. It seems she believes." So the other one stood up and just commanded me to calm down. And immediately he commanded me to calm down. My body came down slowly, swiftly down. So when it came down, we sat there. It was like we were three people, and it's like we were being interrogated. And then all of a sudden there appeared a club, and there was music, and there were people inside. I saw my friends inside. They were having merry, they were drinking, others were smoking outside. There was a lot of music, there was lights, disco lights, people enjoying themselves inside there. And it's like I was attracted to that. So I left these people seated down, and I approached the club. But before even I could reach where it was, that scenery was removed and the club was no longer there. But I had a voice saying that, she still has not repented of the club. So I saw myself coming back. This time I was not flying, I was just walking. So I saw myself walk in a path until eventually I reached where the village was, and I started, I crossed there was a river that I crossed, and then I got to the village. I started seeing people, the sun, and everything else. Then I woke up from the dream. When I woke up, I realized that I was not breathing. I could not breathe because I was facing up and I was pregnant. So I turned very quickly to try and gasp for breath. So I believe maybe I was dead for some minutes I don't know for how long I had been dead, but I believe that was what had happened. So I don't know whether call it that a dream or a vision or a reality, I don't know, but I think I had died. So, but all the same, I didn't get born again immediately until after another 2 years or something like that, or 3, something like that. So, as I was, when I got born again, I shared that dream with a friend who was also not born again. And later on, after a week or so, she had a dream, and in this dream, she said that I saw you in my dream. I had a dream and I saw you in the dream. I said, "What did you see? How did you dream?" So she started narrating to me the dream. And in this dream, she saw herself walking. There was a big, there were many people, many people walking on a very wide road. And there was also another narrow road that even the grass had grown on that road. And in the end of that narrow road, it's like there was a being that was being worshipped. But that narrow road, very few people were passing it, very few. So she decided to follow this wide road. There were so many people following the wide road because there were bands of people singing music all over in the sides of the road, both sides. And people were dancing. People were walking through that road while dancing. They were all dancing while walking. And she joined them. You know, she chose that road. She was dancing and joining them and dancing. But as they were going further and further on that road, it was becoming dark and darker and darker. And it's like the music was becoming less and less because they left all that band behind. It's like they had all the people that were playing music were all behind. It's like they had left them behind. And as they were going forward, there were no bands anymore. There was no music anymore. And it was getting dark. And actually, it was narrowing so that it's like they were going now in a line, in a queue, and not in a group. It's like people are narrowing down. And it's like there was an end to where they were going. So as they were going, and it's like one person in front goes like that. When they